People around you are basically who you end up spending your life with. I mean, because of where my desk was, I spent all those years looking at Pam, and I fell in love, so.
When it comes to relationships and attraction, one of the most important things is familiarity. You know people that are close to you, some people that live close to you, some people that you interact with day to day. That's called proximity. It's basically the more you see them, the more you like them.
And
Hey, Kelly.
yes, Charles, you wanted me.
Oh, no, I meant that, Kelly.
The new receptionist is also named Kelly, so Kelly Kapoor has decided to hover around my desk so that she can run into Charles's office every time he calls for Kelly. She thinks that if she says, "You wanted me," enough, he will in fact want her. It's not the worst plan she's ever had.
The repeated exposure effect has proven that the more often we're exposed to a new stimulus, the more favorable our evaluation of it tends to become.
I've heard a lot of people say that opposites attract.
That you are so not. Oh, God. Balls.
But actually, talking to people who are similar to us, we can usually anticipate their actions, making them more predictable. There's also a theory called the reciprocity of liking, which is when we like others simply because they like us. I mean, if they like you, clearly they have good taste.
Similarity leads to inferences that others will like us, making them seem more attractive. So, in theory, if you wanted to get someone to like you, just copy their personality and find what they like and express that.
I'll be the number 2 guy here in Scranton in 6 weeks. How? Name repetition, personality mirroring, and never breaking off a handshake.
But I don't recommend it.
Personalities that are similar don't always predict liking. There are no clear studies on whether similar or different personalities match better. However, similar attitudes can predict liking and attraction. Complementaries are differences that, when combined, make the individual parts work well together. While you would think this would support the opposites attract myth, attraction seems to derive more strongly from similarity than complementarity.
Just how similarity can bring people together, dissimilarity can pull people apart, causing rejection and avoidance. When you're similar to someone, you often feel positive feelings toward that person. But when there's an imbalance and someone feels something different from you, there can be an imbalance and cause negative feelings.
People hate people that are different from them. It's natural.
So there's a theory called the social comparison theory, which basically talks about how when people have similar views, or when someone agrees with you, it can validate your own opinion.
See that? Mission accomplished. Like a bunch of 4th graders. Sometimes what brings the kids together is hating the lunch lady.
People are liked more when they have high social skills. These social skills can include social awareness, which is the social perception and being able to understand others, interpersonal influence, which is being able to persuade or influence other people's opinions, social adaptability, which is being able to adapt depending on where you are and who you're interacting with, and expressiveness. People with high social skills tend to attract more partners and have a wider range of choices.
In terms of attraction, the physical aspect can be a key indicator of who we will like. There's this thing called the matching hypothesis, which says that we tend to like people who are about the same level of attractiveness as we are. That's why hotties end up with hotties. And why I will never have Zac Efron. But how do we know what makes people attractive?
There are universal biological standards of beauty and attraction.
Some of the things that influence how we perceive attraction are bilateral symmetry. So we want things to be the same on the right half of the body as they are on the left half of the body. This is also true about the face. We want a symmetrical face. So for all your facial features to be equal on the right as they are on the left.
See that? The obvious symmetry of the face.
Another thing that influences attraction is smells. So in the sweaty t-shirt experiment, it's been shown that girls like the scent of mates who have immune systems that differ the most from theirs. It's also been shown that girls like to find a partner who smell more like their father, while men like to find a partner who smells more like their mother.
Oh no, they're both handsome.
Pam is gonna choose whoever has a scent most like that of her father. Does anyone remember what her dad smelled like?
I think
Hey, Kane, quiet, here she comes.
Youth. Being young has also been shown to make you more attractive. But why is this important? Everything goes down to reproductive health. Men prefer women who are younger because they have a higher likelihood of being able to have children, whereas men, they can be older and still have children.
Really big step.
She's got a ton of great qualities. She's young, she's beautiful, genes so pure you could lick them.
Younger people are shown as more attractive. People who we find attractive are viewed as being more healthy, more intelligent, more trustworthy, kind, generous, and warm.
This is a natural appeal of the scientific standard of koinophilia, features that are a composite average of many features.
We find people who match our own composite face as attractive. A composite face is the combination of all the faces of people you have interacted with throughout your lifetime. When you see a person whose face matches closely to that composite face, then you perceive them as attractive.
When it comes to evolutionary theory, one of the main aspects that people focus on is protection. When we were infants, we were protected by our parents. And so that's something that we often look for in future mates, whether we're looking for a woman who can provide and care for our children, or if you're looking for a male who can protect from different threats.
You're not a man! You don't know how to take care of her! All you do is dress fancy and sing oh, la 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 la! What does that mean? You can't even protect her!
Protect her from what? Bears, you idiot? When's the last time you saw a damn bear in Scranton?
Last year, idiot!
Twice.
Sexual drive is also another huge contributor when it comes to the evolutionary theory.
Because she's hot, right?
Her breasts are large, her waist is small, her reproductive health and ample evidence, and facial symmetry. Come on.
On top of things like protection and sexual drive, some aspects that were very valued by people under the evolutionary theory are dependable character, mutual attraction, and emotional stability.
Both men and women highly rate trustworthiness, cooperativeness, agreeableness, and extroversion in their potential partners.
There are some theories that help to describe the differences between men and women and when it comes to instinct. The sociobiological theory is when women seek long-term mates based off of who can support them, provide for them, and also protect them and their children. Parental investment theory is when women tend to invest more and risk more in reproduction. So when a woman has a baby, she can be risking her life, she can be risking the baby's life, etc.
There's only one thing that outweighs every other concern. One thing that will make you give up on everything you thought you knew. Every instinct, every rational calculation, some sort of virus. Love.
Love goes beyond just attraction. It is not just a close friendship that is physical. Love is a combination of behaviors, cognitions, and emotions. Falling in love leads to an increase in self-efficacy and self-esteem.
During a relationship, the different stages can affect what you are looking for in your partner. In the beginning, physical attractiveness can be a very important indicator of who you're going to have a relationship with. But as a relationship goes on, other things become more important, such as your partner's intelligence or stability.
Sternberg's triangular theory of love is a theory that says relationships are made up of three basic components that are present in varying degrees in different relationships. These components are intimacy, commitment, and passion. Intimacy is the closeness that two people feel towards each other and the strength of the bond that holds them together. If you have high intimacy, you're concerned with the welfare and happiness, and you value and understand each other. Passion is the component that involves romance, physical attraction, and sexuality. Commitment is the decision to love and to stay committed and stay with someone for a long period of time. You want to make sure that you don't only have one of these in a relationship.
When you know, you just know. Right. Check her out.
Which one?
My little gal over there, Babe Electable.
Which one is she?
It's one of those two.
Intimacy plus passion equals romantic love. So a romantic relationship is kind of whenever you have a lot of interest in the person, you have a lot of good feelings toward them, you enjoy spending time with them, but you don't really have any long-term plans for the future. This can be seen in something such as summer relationships or anything where it's just not super serious.
You want to talk about it?
Nope. I still haven't found an apartment yet. I'm living in a hotel. Yesterday, I saw a for rent sign down the street from Jim, and he said he didn't think it'd be such a good idea. He said it would be like we were living together, in different houses, 2 blocks away.
Fatuous love is a combination of commitment and passion with a lack of intimacy. This can be seen in relationships where 2 people are committed to each other, but they don't really know each other yet, but are trying to advance the relationship much faster than it should be. This can be also seen in Ring by Spring, where people are just trying to get engaged, they just want that ring, they have that commitment, they have that passion, but they don't even know each other yet.
You proposed to me on our 4th date.
Well, I believe in love at first sight.
Well, so do I, but we didn't love each other at first either. I don't know what you were thinking.
Companionate love is intimacy plus commitment without the passion. This can be seen as your typical or your ideal roommate relationship. So when you guys hit it off, you guys are very similar, and you guys are committed to each other throughout the school year, but there's no passion, no spark.
Consummate love is kind of to be seen as the end goal of what you really want in a strong, stable relationship. Consummate love contains both intimacy, passion, and commitment all together. It can be very difficult to attain, and even once you attain it, it can be difficult to maintain. But it can be considered as the most highly valued form of romance.
When you're a kid, you assume your parents are soulmates. My kids are going to be right about that. I guess it also means that sometimes love affairs look different to the people inside them.
Well, we hope you learned something about attraction and relationships.
This is our gift to you from us.
Happy holidays!
Go forth and find love.
I thought it would either be an A or an A+, but I completely forgot that there is an A++.